So basically what I wanted to kind of go over was the Success Club system tracker and just kind of get a feel for where everybody's at. And so we'll just like, I'll share what I did share a video last week of where I was, and then I'll let you share, Crystal, and then whoever pops on. So this is bedtime for a lot of kids, I realize. So Autumn saw it, and I did talk to Megan. She's trying to get kids also to bed. So basically I filled out my tracker from last week, which is, run Thursday to Wednesday, and this is what I'm referring to. So the first week of the month was 1st through the 6th, and I just filled out my tracker, and I can see, I don't know if you guys are going to be able to really see on this call, but like you can see there's holes, right? So I didn't actually fill out every single thing on every single day, but so that was very clarifying to me. Like, okay, I didn't, on the days that I do my invites, I'm also like initiating connections, doing the followers, doing the follow-ups, like all those things kind of go together for me. And then this is me, and I'm not a top coach, but I don't work invites on Saturdays and Sundays. I've taken that off to be with my family. But I know there's coaches that work 7 days a week, and they get their invites out no matter what. And when I was doing this like part-time and I still had kids at home, I would like do my invites 7 days a week. But now that I can kind of squeeze them all in during the daytime hours, I use the weekends for my family. So I'm saying that to say, hey, Autumn, that there's no like right or wrong way to do this. This is like your guide. So for me, if I can get in the same amount of invites in 5 days a week and take off the Saturday, Sunday from inviting, then that's what works best for our family, and it's making our family life better, which is what this whole thing is about, is, so you can be more for your family. So, anyway, it doesn't mean that I don't do the other activities. So you'll see on here that I have holes in some of those spots, but every day I'm drinking my shake. Every day I'm doing my workout, doing personal development. Like the other things are not lacking, and I do those 7 days a week. But this has made me really notice like what I'm doing or not doing on IG stories. So I just started doing stories this fall. I did them a long time ago, and then I stopped because they were taking up so much time. And now I'm seeing that that's a huge part of the business right now, just how social media is going. So many people are watching stories. So I took advice of a mentor, and now I'm doing stories. And you two are incredible with stories. I love it. You guys are both really good at it. So like I'm noticing, okay, I don't do like my healthy meal or meal prep enough. I don't do recognition enough. And I talked to you guys about that on my little call from the airport the other day. I'm noticing those holes that I have. But at the end, I was able to say, okay, I have 2 new challengers and 4 points on the board from this amount of work. And I'm thinking, well, if I had every bubble filled in, would that number be higher, right? So if you guys didn't listen to the National Wake Up Call, like go back and listen to it, because it's all about this tracking thing and how amazing it is. So this week, this Thursday through Wednesday was mostly in LA. So I brought my tracker, but I'm just going to be honest, I just filled it out like 5 minutes ago. But this is basically what I did. And you can see on the top that I didn't initiate my connections until like, I guess I did do it today and Sunday, but I had a bunch of days that I wasn't able to invite, but I was still able to do stories and do personal development and responding to things. It just didn't happen on those travel days. And like, I see that, like I'm sent out a share cart today, but it hasn't gone through yet. So I can see that those holes are also playing a part at the bottom numbers of what my actual results are going to be for the week.
Okay, come on, go to bed.
So, obviously you guys like contributing to the challenge group, recognizing achievement, responding to questions from customers and coaches. If you don't have a ton of customers, coaches, just participate in the groups, and you guys are doing that. But that's just all getting you practice for when you're running your own groups. But yeah, so that's basically my accountability. I had a bunch of holes in there, but I was on stories nonstop, and I had a lot of people watching them. So now I'm going back through and being like, hey, thanks for watching my stories about my trip to LA. Like, do you want some more information? I have an inside look group if you're interested, that kind of thing. So, Crystal, do you want to go next to talk about your week and how you felt about the tracker, and what are you thinking so far?
Sure. Am I unmuted still?
You're good. Yeah, we can hear you.
Oh, can you have heard me this whole time and my kids?
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. Oh gosh. Okay. Yes. So I have my tracker, and I have been filling it out as well. And I can see some areas that I haven't done. And so then I think, let me try that today. But I don't get everything done every day because, I'm a teacher and I have my other profession. But it does let me know, like you said, sometimes I wasn't posting about food as much, but I was consistent about this is my workout, and these are my transformers, or that I'm using Energize or whatever. But I wasn't posting just meals and stuff. So I thought that those were good. And just Nick, my husband, was telling me people also want to see like just the rest of your life, so I try to post about my kids and what I'm doing with them and all of that, because they want to know that I'm more than just Beachbody, or they don't even know it's Beachbody, but yeah.
That's so true. Like, during the conference, Amy Rada went from like 5-star to 15-star in 6 months or something. It was something crazy. And so she spoke a couple times, and she was just saying like, you want to really focus in on who you are as a person. Like, take Beachbody away, and what are those things about you? So that's what I've been doing today, is researching hashtags and stuff like that. That's like, okay, who am I without coaching? Well, I'm still a runner. I'm still a mom of 3. I still have a dog. I still like clean eating. I did that before I was coaching. And just like different, and John even posted, sent me hashtags for like red hair and things like I wasn't even thinking about. So she was like, you got to show people who you are. That's what they're going to be attracted to. And yeah, we show our workouts and those other things, but it doesn't have to be all that. So
yeah,
I got to work on it too. We're just so excited, right?
Yes. Yeah.
So what do you think, Autumn? How do you feel about using the tracker?
Am I muted or am I on?
You're good.
Okay.
You're loud and clear.
All right. So I'll be completely honest. I have not printed off the trackers yet. So I have not even, I've seen the screenshot of them, and I definitely want to print them off. We don't have a printer at my house, so I've got to do that at work after school. But I've definitely
been at
trying.
School in like a month.
Yeah, we've had 10 snow days. It's been ridiculous.
Wow.
Yeah. So anyways, what I've been doing though is kind of just keeping track along the same lines as you guys have been talking about with meal prep. I'm just trying to kind of snap shots throughout my day, whether it's Beachbody related or not. So playing with my boys, because I've got the 2 little guys, going out on a date with my husband, meal prep, what I'm doing for him to help with his lunches because he's trying to get back on track. And then just my quiet time and what I do for personal development. So I need to print those trackers off because I do a lot better when I actually have like a checklist or something to follow versus just winging it. So it's on my to-do list to do, and I'm hoping to do it tomorrow if we have school, because there's a chance of another snow day.
Oh my gosh.
So I'll keep you
it's so
posted.
frustrating, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Because you got the other, your little guys are probably getting so bored.
What's that, Crystal?
I said, I'm praying for a snow day.
Oh,
Here in
man.
Texas, we haven't had one, I think, in 4 years. So it's been, yeah.
We have President's Day coming up. Come on.
I know, but I'm thinking about more like the experience for my children. Like, Dylan is going to be 4 in March. That's how I know that we haven't had snow, because he's never seen snow. So.
Yeah, he needs a snow day.
Yeah. It's not, I don't think it's in our cards for this year, but
Well, I think like you guys, I don't really worry about IG stories at all for you guys because I watch yours and I see that it is a, a really good mix and you guys are showing up every day. But the thing that I've found for most coaches, as far as like hitting Success Club and actually making the money, is those private invites. So we do the polls and we do all that stuff. But are you like reaching out to those people that are watching and being like, hey, thanks for watching my stories, and following up an invite from there, or saying like, do you want the recipe for this, or do you like clean eating, or do you like, and I've started some conversations from that. And then still, I still use Facebook a lot for like my Facebook business page. But like there's obviously a direct correlation between private invites and doing the outside work. Like they see it, but most people aren't going to reach out and be like, yeah, I'm interested, I want to join your group. Like they need an actual invitation. So like that's what we really need to buckle down on, especially with our group starting on the 18th. And that, again, you guys know that's going to start with prep. So really we have until the 25th. I just like to get newbies in the prep week because, I had a girl that was like, I just bought all this healthy food and I hate it. I just want to throw the towel in. And I'm like, what did you buy? And she told me, and I was like, okay, well, what are you used to eating? And it was way different. And I'm like, okay, we need to work on this. Like, you can't do a whole 180 and expect to love it. Like, let's baby step it a little bit. So that prep week I feel is really important to like at least get the wheels turning, get the conversation going on the side, and being like, okay, do you have any questions about meal planning? And you guys are already really good at it. So, and it's one of those things like we have to go back in time. Like, we were learning, how do we do this, and really help those challengers. So anyway, I like to get them in on the prep week. Another opportunity is, I don't know if you guys were on the Knockout Brigade call last night, but I was on just because they made me talk a little bit. But Megan and Katie are running another flash sale on Friday, like a Valentine's Day sale. And we did the flash sale, just a couple weeks ago. And I got some people from that. I'm trying to think. Oh yeah, that's how I signed like those, like the 4 coaches in like 2 days. It was from a flash sale. So basically what Megan Blinka was saying that, up and through tomorrow, she's going to keep inviting to the challenge groups that they're doing. And then, Thursday be like, hey, for those people that haven't purchased yet, we're going to do a flash sale, a Valentine's sale. Are you interested? And they're going to run it. I'm not going to run a separate group. I'm going to let them run it because, I just did one. But then invite those people that may be on the fence, and everything that will be in the group is going to be like, tag your coach, tag your coach, tag your coach. So they know, like, even if it's not my face in there all the time or your face, it'll keep saying tag your coach. And, these girls are elite coaches. They know what they're doing. So it's going to be run really well. So that's another opportunity. And what I'm going to be doing on Thursday and Friday is inviting to that flash sale. So once they get a group or an event up for that, I'll share it with you guys. But seriously, it's been a really good way to kind of help people make that leap. And especially with a group coming up, it'll be like, hey, if you waited this long, we're still talking about it, here's an opportunity to get even a better deal. And I don't know, I like having just like one random day a month where things are on sale, whatever,
Mm-hmm.
And then coming up in March, they're going to do the Ultimate Portion Fix stuff. So even once we get this challenge group running, we're going to have things to invite to for the end of the month too.
Awesome.
So anyway, you guys have like questions? Anything you want to kind of talk about, or?
Not that I can think of.
What do you need to promote next?
Like I said, you guys are doing great. I think the biggest thing is just I keep hearing from everybody, like, when you use the tracker, you will see results. So it's just as much a discipline for me as it is for you. Like, this is brand new, and I didn't do the business activity tracker the way they had it in the back office before this. Like, I was like, oh, I'm good. I did my 4 vital behaviors. I'm good. Right. But breaking it down, I'm like, I'm going to trust the process. I'm going to do what they say and see if it doesn't give us better results. Right. So that's pretty much all I had. I just wanted to kind of go over it and encourage you guys to do it too. And even if you don't have a printer, I wonder if you could screenshot it and just kind of check it off, like with an edit function.
Oh yeah, I didn't even think about that. I'll actually go and do that right now while I'm thinking of it.
Yeah, and then you can just edit it each I guess.
Nick thought of a good question for me.
Sure.
Because he saw me sitting here with no question.
Hey, Nick.
What's the most valuable thing that you learned in LA that you could share?
Okay, so I have a whole notebook full of notes here. That one about, like, you know, it really made me thinking about the hashtags on Instagram and thinking about outside of my coach life, like sharing more about my actual personal life. And then because my Instagram was created to be a running page, like, so everything on there is running. So even posting the transformation tonight, I was like, so out of my comfort zone on Instagram, but I do it on Facebook all the time. So just like getting that push to Instagram, which you guys, you know, like I said, you guys are good at that. Oh, there was another thing. I did talk about it yesterday about how, hang on. Oh, if I don't see my story represented, shouldn't I be the face of that story? So, like, it's our story. Like, people are going to resonate with you. You don't have to be like anybody else. And you're not like anybody else. You're you. And that's what people want to see. So, like, I thought about that, and don't assume that everyone's goals are like mine. And don't rob people the joy of falling in love with the process. I think so many times we're like looking for the results that the process will bring, that we're not falling in love with the process. So, like, prospecting and inviting and all of that, the one girl was just likened it to like a dating app. You don't want to go on your first date and like spill your guts on the very first date. I don't know. I haven't dated like anybody but John, and that was a long time ago. But I'm assuming you don't want to spill your guts on the first day. So the same thing goes with inviting. Like, you just want to get to know them. Like, just ask questions and see what makes them tick. See if you're a good match, because we're not going to be able to help everybody, because, you know, they're going to be attracted to different people or whatever. So, like, getting that, just likening it to like a dating app. I thought that was pretty funny. Also talking about just like thinking about what brings you joy. What are you most excited about with this? And connecting, like, who would you be most excited to connect with? Who are your people? I don't know, Kacia Fitzgerald. It's K-A-C-I-A Fitzgerald. If you want to look up her, I'm sure she has YouTube videos. She was my favorite speaker. She was very energetic. And when I said, like, if you don't see the face of your story, be that story, she talked about how she doesn't have kids. She's not married. Like, so she can't relate to somebody and say, oh, I know how you feel, because she doesn't. But she's like, I work with lots of moms that, and I'm sure they understand. So, like, I would love for you to join our community and like link arms with those other moms, because you're gonna love it, you know. But she just had a lot of great energy, and I really loved listening to her. And yeah. Oh, there was another one. Make it a game. Like, 11 invites in 22 minutes. Set the clock. Make it a game. I was like, that's a good one too. See, yeah. I'm not a fun personality. I'm not like a yellow whenever you do like those personality tests. So I don't think of things as games. I think of it as like, do your work and get done. And she's like, make it a game. Set a clock. Let's do it. It's gonna be so fun. And I'm like, Okay. But I do set timers so that I can like, okay, how many invites can I do in the next like 20 minutes or whatever. So we had somebody come in and talk about compliance. That was so exciting. It's one of those things like you can't do deceptive income and product claims. And you see those things on pictures like everything is based on each coach's individual effort, diligence, skill, blah, 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 blah. Yeah. We had one, we had to talk about volume. That was also exciting. People rarely succeed unless they are having fun in what they're doing.
That's true.
And Carl's initial speech, he's always very motivating, but his big thing was, fear is not welcome here. Ego crowds out love and service to others. So he said, he always says before he speaks, like, I dedicate this moment to the service of love and focus on the actions and not the outcome.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. Seriously, guys, when you go to these events, like just Summit to Super Saturdays to like the leadership retreats and all this stuff, like when you get to talk to anybody in corporate, like you're just going to fall in love even more with the company, because like the values at the root and core of this mission, I mean, are just like so pure, and it's so about getting people like to live healthy lives, right? Like, and we say it all the time, but these people that work at corporate and they're at the top, like they really truly believe it and they live it. And I think that's why I have to go to every event that I can possibly get to, because it's just reaffirming like, yes, this is where I'm supposed to be, because it's exactly what I believe too. Like there's nothing like, I don't know, like icky or salesy or anything. Like there was pure heart going behind this mission. So you can feel good about it.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Did I answer your question? I just rambled.
Yes, you did good.
All right. Well, I will let you guys go. So print your tracker, screenshot your tracker, and we'll try to do this next week. If we have a better time for Megan and Nancy, then we can switch it to a different time. I just wanted to kind of see your faces and get to chat a little bit. And just keep pushing, because this is like a great time to get everybody in the next group, and we'll do the sale. I'll tell you guys all the details on the sale when I know that too. So,
Sounds good. Thanks, Rachel.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys. Have a good night.
You too.
Good night.